Good morning, children. Already I have finished two poems from Flamingo. Now I have decided to start a new poem, that is third poem. The title of this poem is Keeping Quiet, composed by Pablo Neruda. Title of the poem is Keeping Quiet, and the poet is Pablo, Pablo, Pablo Neruda, Neruda. Before we go through the lines of the poem, I would like to provide you the brief summary of the poem and introduction of the poem both. Introduction of the poem. At first, before we read any poem, you must know about the poet. Pablo Neruda was born in 1904 and stayed in this world up to 1973. Pablo Neruda is the pen name of Neftali Ricardo Reyes Basalto. The complete name of the poet is Neftali, Neftali, Ricardo, 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 Reyes, Reyes, and Basalto, the Basalto, Basalto, who was born in the town of Parral in Chile, Parral. Parral is the name of city in Chile, Chile. Neruda's poems are full of easily understood images which make them no less beautiful, means which add to the beauty of the poem. He won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. Pablo Neruda won the Nobel Prize for Literature in the year 1971. In this poem, Neruda talks about the necessity of quiet introspection and creating a feeling of mutual understanding among human beings. If all human beings join together and think about the solution of the problem, then the problem can be solved. Stillness and silence will help man in creating these feelings. Stillness, 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 and silence will help man in creating these feelings. For example, I can say you can realize that during this COVID-19 epidemic, everybody is facing, the whole world is facing the problem of coronavirus, created by coronavirus. But all the countries of the world, those who are affected, they have joined together to find out the solution of this problem. Whatever rule is being implemented, everybody will have to follow. Everybody is following also. So slowly we are getting closer to the solution to recover ourselves from this disastrous situation. In the same way, whenever everybody join together, keep quiet. Keeping quiet doesn't mean total inactivity. Keep quiet, concentrate at one point and think about the solution of certain problems. Then you will get the solution of that problem, which is quite natural. Pablo Neruda divides his poems into stanzas, but there is no rhyme or meter. Without any rhyming scheme, the poem is without any rhyming scheme. I had already told you what is rhyming scheme. When the last word of the word line matches with the second or third line, there is certain pattern of lines. For example, sweet and low, wind or western sea. Over the rolling waters go, come from dying moon and blow. Low and blow. These are matches. These are rhyming words. We will notice that the lengths of lines differ in different stanzas. We will notice that the lengths of lines differ in different stanzas. Moreover, there is a shift in thought as we move from stanza to stanza. Certain changes are there. Summary of the poem is like this. The poet wants us to keep still till he counts up to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 12. For once, let us not talk in any language on this earth. He asks us to stop moving our arms so much for 1 second. Let there be no rush or hurry for a second, RUSS rush. Engines and other machines must stop for a moment. That moment will be a fascinating moment for all of us. Fascinating. FASCINATING. Fascinating moments. It is moment. MOMENT, not movement. There is another word, movement. MOVEMENT. But it is moment, time. Moment for all of us. Then all of us shall enjoy the sudden strangeness, STRANG, strangeness of the moment together. The poet wants that the fishermen would not harm the whales in the cold sea of polar regions. Whales, WHALES. Whales in the cold sea of polar regions. Even the man gathering salt with his own hands must take care of his hurt hands. Must take care of his hurt hands. All kinds of wars must be stopped at once. All kinds of wars must be stopped at once. The green wars against the environment, wars with poisonous gases, environment. I am repeating the line, the green wars, WARS, against the environment, ENVIRONMENT, environment. Wars with poisonous gases, poisonous, 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 poisonous gases, and wars with firearms, fire, gun, or wars with firearms must be stopped now. In such wars, victory is meaningless as there are no survivors. When everybody is finished, everybody has been killed, then who will stay there to rule over? There will be no one whom you will be able to see your power. Means in this way the green wars, in such wars victory is meaningless as there are no survivors, SURVIVORS, survivors left after the war. Instead of fighting and waging wars, INSTEAD, instead of fighting and waging wars, WAGING, waging wars, people should come out in their best dresses. People should come out in their best dresses. For what? They must go out for a walk with their brothers. They must move about under the shady trees. They must move about under the shady trees and enjoy doing nothing. They should sit together under shady trees, feel comfortable, and sit silently. The poet does not want that we should confuse stillness with total inactivity. Total inactivity means when you are doing nothing. When here the poet wants that you should keep quiet, but keeping quiet has some purpose. You have to think over the solution of this world. If we talk about the environmental problem, then we join together, think over it, and try to get the proper solution, and we are sure to get the solution as required. Doing nothing at all would amount to death. I am repeating the line. The poet does not want that we should confuse stillness with total inactivity. Total inactivity and stillness should be written between single inverted comma to indicate doing nothing at all would amount to death. When you are not doing anything, you are total inactive, you are equivalent to be a dead body. The poet has no association with death. Association. The poet has nothing to talk about death. We think that life is to move about. Life is active. Life is to move about. We should not be always on the move. We should not be always on the move, MOV. For a while, we should also take rest. We should also take rest. A long silence can do us a lot of good. A long silence can do a lot of good. Men become sad when they fail to understand themselves. They feel helpless when they threaten themselves with death. They feel helpless when they threaten, threaten themselves with death. A long silence can soothe, SOOTHE. A long silence can soothe our feelings, OURR, feelings, and help us in removing this sadness. And help us in removing this sadness, SADNESS. A long silence can soothe, SOOTHE, our feelings and help us in removing this sadness. At last the poet wants to say, the poet gives an example to illustrate. Illustrate means to make clear. ILLUSTRATE. Illustrate the idea that stillness does not mean total inactivity. The earth can teach us a lesson. We can learn a lesson from the earth. When everything seems dead, when everything on this earth seems dead, SEEMS, seems dead, the earth remains alive. Even then the earth is working, producing new plants. The earth remains alive, ALIVE. The poet asks us to keep quiet till he counts 12, then he will go. The poet asks us to keep quiet till he counts 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then he will go. He will leave the place. But with this poem, the poet wants to convince a message or pass on a message that we should keep quiet. Everybody is working, all members of the world are moving very fast. The life in the world is very fast. But when we have to ponder about certain things, the universal problem, then we should join together, keep quiet and think about the concrete solution of that problem, then only we will be able to get the solution. And that silence should not be mistaken for total inactivity, because when you are silent you are active, your mind is working, you are working internally to get the solution of the goal, the problem, the challenge we are facing. So that is a summary of this. This is the summary of the poem. You have, I think you will get so many things from this summary. Now let's start the lines of the poem. I will read the lines. If you are having your textbook, match the lines. Okay. Then I will frame 4 questions from each stanza, and the answer you will have to give. If you are incapable to give the answer, then I will provide. Quite natural, I am giving you the answers also. But at first you must try your best. Whatever answer I am giving, if you are doubtful that, if you think that that answer is not appropriate, you can advise me also. But you must be capable enough to advise properly. Okay? Don't raise unnecessary questions. If you are doubtful about certain things, and if I think that you are right to raise this question, then answer will be provided. Okay? Now we will count up to 12, and we will all keep still. We will count up to 12, and we will all keep still. From these 2 lines, if these 2 lines are given in the exam, then question based on these 2 lines. Note down the questions. Name the poem and the poet of these lines. Name the poem and the poet of these lines. Answer, you can. I have already told you the title of the poem and the poet. The title of the poem is Keeping Quiet, and the poet is Pablo Neruda. Very easy answer, but you must know the title of the poem and the poet. You can get a question based on the poem, on the title and the poet. Why? Next question. Why does the poet ask? Why does the poet ask us to count to 12? Why does the poet ask us to count to 12? There are only 12 signs on the clock to measure hours. You can see your watch, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 12. There are only 12 signs on the clock to measure M-E-A-S-U-R-E, measure hours. Therefore, the poet asks us to count till the clock measures these hours. H-O-U-R-S. I am repeating the answer. There are only 12 signs on the clock to measure hours. Therefore, the poet asks us to count till the clock measures these hours. Okay. Now come to the third question. Why does the poet ask us to keep still? Why does the poet ask us to keep still? S-T-I-L-L. Note down the answer. Too much activity and rush. Too much, T-O-O. Too much activity and rush has only brought misfortunes. Bring brought, B-R-O-U-G-S-T. Brought misfortunes. M-I-S-F-O-R-T-U-N-E-S. Too much activity and rush has only brought misfortunes to mankind. Hence, it is better to be quiet and still. Hence, it is better to be quiet and still. Now you get questions based on the words. Find words from the passage. Find words from the passage which mean say number. First is say number, SAYCNUMBER. Second is quiet and motionless. Quiet and motionless. Say number means the answer is first. Say number means count, and quiet and motionless is still, STILL. You have to find out the words which mean the same as the words are given. Okay. Now comes to the next further line. Next line means third onwards. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. These are lines of the poem. For once on the face of the earth, let's not speak in any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. Let's sit silently. Let's sit still and ponder about certain things together. Explain the line. Let's not speak in any language. This should be quoted between single inverted commas. Let's not speak in any language. This is line of the poem. Says the poet. Let's not speak any language, says the poet. Why? You can write the answer. The people of the world have been indulging, INDULGING, getting engaged, involving. The people of the world have been indulging in wars and bloodsheds. Bloodshed, BLOOD, blood, SHEDS. Bloodsheds is single word. Bloodshed, killings. Bloodshed means killings. Bloodsheds on minor excuses, on slight things, very minute things, minute reasons of dispute. The bloodsheds on minor excuses, MINOR, minor, excuses, EXCUSES. If they keep quiet, they may not indulge in reasoning. They may not indulge in reasoning, 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 disputes and quarrels. Disputes, DISPUTER, disputes, and quarrels, QUARRELS, quarrels. So, let them keep quiet, and not speak in any language. This will ensure, ENSURE, this will ensure peace, 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 and prosperity, PROSPERITY. This will ensure peace and prosperity. Now let's come to the second question. What should we not do for a second? What should we not do for a second? Think about the answer. No, not the answer. I am telling. I myself, I am telling. We should cease all activities for a second. Cease. CEASE. Cease means stop. CEASE. We should cease all activities for a second. Activities, ACTIVITIES, activities. All type of work. Man has used his arms only to kill and destroy others. Man has used his arms, ARMS, only to kill and destroy others. Therefore, let them not move. Therefore, let them not move their arms so much as to harm HARM, harm. R is silent. Others. I am repeating. Therefore, let them not move their arms so much as to harm others. Okay. Now let's come to the third question based on these lines. What do you understand? What do you understand by the face of the earth? There is a line, the face of the earth. It was in the first line, for once on the face of the earth. What do you understand by this? The face of the earth should be written between single inverted comma to quote it. The face of the earth. Right answer. The expression the face of the earth refers to the various countries on the surface of the earth. There are so many countries lying over the surface of the earth. That is face of the earth. The expression the face of the earth refers to the various countries on the surface of the earth. Okay. 3 questions I have given. Question fourth, that is being raised from here. What does the poet want to request from the individuals? From the individuals, individuals, individuals. Right, you can write the answer. The poet wants that all individuals must join together and keep quiet for certain moments to ponder about the universal problem of the world. To ponder, P-O-N-D-E-R. The poet wants that all individuals of the world or the universe must join together to ponder about the universal problem of the world. That's all from this stanza. Now we will come to the next very important lines of the poem. You can tick them properly. It is very important line. Mostly it comes in board exam. This one and last one. I will tell you perhaps the earth can teach us as when everything seems dead. That stanza and this stanza. These 2 stanzas are very important. If in board exam any stanza is raised from this lesson, this out of these 2 stanzas, one more is there. The fisherman in the cold sea. 1, 2, 3 stanzas are here. Out of these 3, one will come. You must note them properly. Whatever questions I am dictating, whatever answers I am providing, you must note in your fair notes and prepare them well. Now I am reading this stanza. It would be an exotic moment. Exotic, E-X-O-T-I-C. E-X-O-T-I-C. Exotic moment without rush, without engines. E-N-G-I-N-E-S. Without engines. First line, it would be an exotic moment first. The second line is without rush, without engines. And third line, we would all be together. We would all be together in a sudden strangeness. In a sudden, S-U-D-D-E-N, sudden strangeness. S-T-R-A-N-G-E-N-E-S-S. Now, 4 questions I have framed. What will happen? First question. What will happen if there is no rush or running of engines? What will happen if there is no rush or running of engines? You can note down answer. There will be peace all around. There will be peace all around if there is no rush or the sound of the running of engines and machines. If machines are not working, engines are not working, there will be complete silence. Second question, what sort of moment will it be? Means what kind of? Yes, word art is art means what kind. What sort of moment will it be? Will it be? This question. You can write the answer. It will be a very enticing, enticing. It will be very enticing and beautiful moment. It will be a very enticing and beautiful moment. Now we come to the third question based on this stanza. How would all of us feel at that moment? How would all of us feel at that moment? How would all of us feel FEEL at that moment? Note on the answer. All of us will enjoy the unusualness. Unusualness. UNUSUAL. Unusual. Then ness is added. Unusual, which is not very common. Unusualness. NESS. UNUSUAL. NESS. Unusualness. And sudden strangeness. Sudden. 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 Strangeness. STRENGE. Strangeness of that moment. Strangeness of that moment. Okay. Next, fourth question. Why does the poet ask the people of the universe to join together? Why does the poet ask the people of the universe to join together? You can write the answer. The poet asks the people to join together to keep quiet, to join together, to keep quiet and ponder about the solution of the universal problem. And ponder about, PONDER, ponder about the solution of the universal problem, UNIVERSAL, universal problem. Okay. Now come to the next stanza. Fishermen in the cold sea. First line. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales. Would not harm, HARM, whales, WHALES, whales. And the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. And man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. HURT, hurt hands. I am repeating the lines. Fishermen in the cold sea would not harm whales, and the man gathering salt would look at his hurt hands. Now the question based on these stanzas are, note down the questions at first. The first question is, what do fishermen usually do in the cold sea? What do the fishermen usually, USUALLY, usually do in the cold sea? You can note down the answer. Fishermen usually catch fish, particularly whales, in the cold seas. Particularly, PARTICULARLY, particularly whales, 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 in the cold seas. Okay, now come to the second question. What does the poet ask fishermen not to do? What does the poet ask fishermen not to do? If you can give the answer, you are allowed to give answer. If you can give any separate answer, then you can show me that answer. If that is better than the answer, that will be counted. Otherwise, note down the answer I am providing. What does the poet ask fishermen not to do? The poet asks fishermen not to hurt or injure, INJU or injure, the whales in the seas. Not to hurt or injure the whales in the seas, SEAS. Okay. Now the third question. What has happened to the man? What has happened to the man gathering salt? GATHERING, gathering salt, SALT. The man gathering salt, answer I am giving. The man gathering salt has injured his hands. Very simple answer. The man gathering salt has injured his hands. Next, that is fourth question. What should the man gathering salt do? What should the man gathering salt do? Note the answer. He must take care of his hurt hands. Or you can write like this. The man gathering salt must take care of his hurt hands. HURT, hurt hands. Okay. That's all from this stanza. Come to the next stanza. One stanza I am leaving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. I am telling you the sixth stanza of the poem. What I want should not be confused. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. Life is what it is about. I want no truck, TRUCK, with death. No connection, no relations, no association. I want no truck with death. If I were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving, LIVES, and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening ourselves with death. These are lines of the poem. I am repeating the line. What I want should not be confused with total inactivity. Life is what it is about. I want no truck with death. If we were not so single-minded about keeping our lives moving and for once could do nothing, perhaps a huge silence might interrupt, INTRRUPT, interrupt this sadness of never understanding ourselves and of threatening, THREATEN, threatening ourselves with death. Note down the questions. Try to find out the answers if you can. Then tomorrow I will ask you the answers. If you are not capable to give the answers, I will give you the answers. Note down the questions at first. First question. What does the poet want? What does the poet want? What should it not be confused with? What? Same question. What should it not be confused? CONFUSED, confused with? First question. Second, explain. I want no truck with death. I want from I to death. It should be written between single inverted commas. I want no truck with death. Third question. What do people pursue? What do people pursue? Pursue. Pursue. Single-mindedly. Single-mindedly. Mindedly. Which is the better course? The poet suggests. Which is the better course? Course. Which is the better course? The poet suggests. Suggests. Now, fourth question. When can a huge silence do us good? When can a huge silence do us good? I am sure that you have noted question. Find out the answers of this question from this stanza I have read. Twice I have read the stanza. You can listen the stanza carefully and find out the answer. Tomorrow we are meeting again. I will provide you the difficult words of this lesson today. Okay, and other 2 lessons also. Note down the word meanings, difficult words with their meanings, and then do other exercises. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep yourself safe.